Hey up, I'm Fu, and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld, the burnt down restaurant at the end of the universe, in many ways. So, had a few good tips from Cathro once again. I really do appreciate them, thank you. That this battery, which I've already got selected here, should actually be under cover unless I want an electrical fire or for it to explode. So first things first is to cancel it and actually place it inside. Seeing. Yeah, I guess we still technically have the space for it. We do have the core set here. We do. We're just missing the components. So here's what I'm thinking. Place the battery here. We have one core, and that should just, and I say this very tentatively, we should just have enough, hopefully to keep people cool, assuming people get around to building this for me at the components, which we got some components because we deconstructed things. Right, just trying to recall. I don't know if we can really see components listed here. That's right, we had to deconstruct we had to deconstruct the turret for the last set of components. And actually, wait a second, what am I doing? Is this been mined out? It hasn't. Who's being lazy? We need to get this done. And that cabra is in the base, okay, yep. Has been set to being butchered, so it'll just be a bit of time, I'm assuming. I wonder. Going through the wrong tabs here. So we want to do something with people. We wanted to check. Yeah, so people are unrestricted, so they can access it. It's probably just the priorities, I'm assuming. For mining, let's see, mining. Yeah, because they're a lot lower. I think I might grab someone who isn't too dead. See if we can get these components done. Okay, Tashi, see what you can do. Mine out these components for us. Oh, wait a second, what's happened here? Food? Okay, you're resting, you're in shock, and you have malnutrition. Ooh. Whereabouts are you? You're in bed, so you're fine. I'm just getting the impression that you're down for the count, though. I wonder, can we treat? I'll grab Jabir and try it, because Jabir is not a doctor. Right, Tashi, you're going to have to do this. I'll get Jabir to do some of the mining then. That should work out well. So you're going to treat. Jabir, see if you can mine these components. Yep. Assuming you get over there. Roughchild, you have extreme. Yeah, it's unlikely. So Roughchild is likely to die from the heat. Now I have stripped you of all your equipment that we have. Okay. Temperature, just as a double checking, it's 53 inside, 52 outside. That's not really enough to make a difference. Let's see. So Fu. See, Tashi, you are still trading Fu. Excellent. But you're an incredibly slow walker, even at 3 times. Wait, that's 3 times speed. Wow. Saying you are hungry, you're in darkness, uncomfortable, ugly environment, your son died, and you've got serious heat stroke. That'd be right. Just do what you can, and we'll get some calls up eventually. Just actually, Jabir, why don't you prioritise working on this? To be honest, the calling room would be a lot better if we actually had up. Yeah, build that wall. Try again. Jabir, wait a second, you're meant to be doing the mining. What am I doing? Jabir, go on, mine. Those components are going to be what saves us, I think, at this point. You are still treating food? You are, just a lot of cracks and a lot of bruises. It's a bit of a shame that we're wasting. I'm assuming you're using medicine. Yep, there we go. I was right. Roughchild, not Rothchild. Roughchild has died because of heat. Now, it was always going to be a possibility, but it happened. And you should be buried pretty early on. No, double checking. Jabir. No, I told you to do the mining. Look, I will micromanage the hell out of you if you don't start mining, honestly. There we go. Come on, mine. Yes, you have to walk halfway across the map. You know, if I prioritise them or tell them to do something, it'd be nice if they didn't stop halfway through what I'm told them to do. Seriously. Keep digging, please. 60%, nope. Keep going. We need those components. We have an eclipse. How does that help with the heat wave? Well, there's 22 outside, so that's a lot cooler. So that should help with anyone who currently has heat stroke. Heat wave is over. Well, is it still worth to build the cooling room? I think so. I think we can at least keep some food in it. At the very least, all those components in. Only 2 components. That's not enough. What's this? Oh, we've got some more compacted machinery here. So that's another thing I will definitely be marking. But that will take time for someone to get over there and build it, and yeah, you know the rest. Now I'm wondering. Let's double check everyone's health. So you've got malnutrition, we don't have enough food around. We have the plants going, and no one has any heat issues, right? Heat stroke. Nope. Okay. Yep, so Rothschild has been buried. Excellent. So you're using the other sarcophagus and the excellent quality one. So what does this one say? I'm very curious. An ornamental burial receptacle for the honorary dead. An engraving on this sarcophagus shows Candace Rothschild finally giving up under stress as a last step. Rothschild is looking upward as if to ask for help from above. Dozens of cowboys is shown to the right of the main scene, and almost every shape in the image seems to be very static. The portrayal relates to Rothschild giving up in despair of the 6th of winter 5499. Well, I guess that's something. We will end up building some more sarcophagi or sarcophaguses soon, assuming we get these made. Now I wonder who's actually up and doing things. So you're tending to food yet? I can't complain about that. And why? What are you doing? You are hunting. I'm guessing it's this cassowary. Okay, well, we got a bit more food. I got a feeling people might be eating raw meat, but we'll deal with it. And it's okay. It's also sitting around there. What are we going to do? Now, I'm assuming I did put a table out here, didn't I? Well, I don't see the table. Well, that's not good. I wonder. Electric stove, fuel stove. I guess we have to go and just straight to the fuel stove, because we don't have the components to spare. So I guess I can just place that here, and that should be good enough. Wonder who can I grab? Probably Bertha. Bertha is in the constructor. Wyatt is doing some hunting, and Jabir. Whereabouts are you? Your rest is fine. Berry sarcophagus, Joyfield, feeling good, and everything else. Right. Like, I want to grab you, but yeah, I think I will still grab you. Work on the fuel stove. I think we do have enough wood kicking around. We've only got 60 wood. You still building it? By the looks of things, you are. Excellent. Might mark a few more trees to be chopped and hauled. I think that will work well. Yeah, so that needs some fuel, so we'll add a build for simple meals. Yep, I think that'll be fine. So we'll do until we have, I think, like I said before, I had it around about 30. Given that we've lost, what, 2 people already. Cooking the simple meal, 30, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colonists. Yeah, that seems fine. Happy with that. Just double checking as well, because under the meat, I'm very sure we'll have the, not megatherium, insect meat. I'm going to turn that off, just in case we have any issues with that, and also set the radius to be probably maybe 72. Don't want them wandering on the other side of the map if I can help it. And someone should get around to putting wood. There we go. Now, I also haven't double checked, but there is a possibility that the rain affects the fuel stove. We'll just have to keep an eye on that, because I don't remember seeing anything in the wiki. Then again, it was a while since I looked at the wiki. I wonder, Jabir, what are you doing? You're building a slate wall? Don't build a slate wall, build this wall. Actually, I wonder, I think I will end up cancelling, yeah, I'll cancel that cooler down there, and we'll place the cooler up here. Because it's really this room that we want to be keeping cool rather than this one. This was a temporary thing, but heatwave's over. And mental days, why's in a daze? Why are you in a daze? Wonder, what's this? Slate walls? Oh, we need a door. I guess I can shift the door slightly left, I guess. So we'll make a wooden door like we have before. I definitely will need to get wood because, yeah, I just noticed we're down to 10 right now. And that's not enough to build the door. So wooden door here. And I guess don't know if we're going to leave this same design here. I'll have to think about it, I wonder. If that's the centre of this point, I guess I'd be placing the door there. It's a bit of a shame that we've already built that wall, but lines things up. I believe some of this is still wood. It is. I'm going to leave it there for the moment because we don't have the time to spend on that. Bertha, what's you doing? You're watching the eclipse. Yeah, I'd watch the eclipse as well. I'd probably get the camera out as well. Take a few photos. I actually did that for, what is it, the previous was it Blood Moon? I'm very sure it was a Blood Moon. It wasn't too bad, but my camera sort of lacks the capability for some of those very low light shots. I wonder. Yeah, so why is it still on the days? How much food do we have around? Okay, so the daylilies are planted. Yes, gives us a little bit of beauty. Does a 3.9, wow. And -7, -1.6. And then it gets progressively worse. Putting cleaning on would kind of be worth it, I think. And another thing that I should also consider is we don't want to lose a sniper rifle. Fu, you're resting? Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. You're incapacitated. Right, I thought someone had helped you. Well, I'll just let you be for the moment. Don't want to lose the sniper rifle. Now, the other thing was to make actually fire breaks. That was also another suggestion from Cathra. So we're going to haul that in. Colonists treatment. Yeah, I get the idea. So yeah, Cathra suggested the fire breaks, which is an excellent idea. It is used in real life to try and help with some issues. So given that this is quote-unquote a partial model of real life, fire breaks should work, though it does mean removing these corn plants, I think. Because we want at least a 2 or 3 gap. 2 or 3 gap I think would be the best size space. I don't know, we'll have to find out in the morning. Morning has hit and we of course are getting more messages about low medicine, hunter lacks weapon, all those things we've seen many times before. So just trying to work out, trying to prioritise. I think one of the other things is to try and help with the mood, which I think will be flipping the cleaning up a lot higher. I wonder if we can, I think we'll just drop a lot of these just down to 2. I need to really fiddle with these numbers again, but I think the cleaning has to be done. Assuming that will be enough to get people onto it, apart from their hunting. I might drop that as well down to a 2. Yeah, I'm happy with the 2, so hopefully people do cleaning. We've got a chunk of spacecraft. Yeah, it's a bit of a distance away. Well, we don't need it quite now. Can let it be. What's happening? We're having starvation. Right, we need to hunt more food, and we have the battery, finally, yay! And by the looks of things, what's going on? Why is... oh, probably because these need to be flipped the other way. Yep, there we go. We want it to be Officer Jabert, can you flick the switch? You flick the switch, excellent. And wires collapsed to extreme exhaustion, how bad? You're not hurt. Worry what? We'll get who? Who are going to pick you up? Who's close? Bertha, can you rescue? You can't rescue, why? Oh, it's just, okay, so Wire's just sleeping there, she's not actually down for the count. Okay, that's fair enough. Hopefully we can get some of this food growing. It is growing as fast as it possibly can. Jabert, okay. Right, Jabert, you go hide in your room. I guess it is one way to deal with things. I guess we can hunt this emu. I think we need more things to hunt, honestly. Let's see, what are we selected here? Got emu, cassowary. What's this? Turkey. Yep, oh, you can hunt those. Well, we at least didn't get any messages then about possibility of revenge attacks. So I think we'll be fine there. Might select a few more animals to be hunted and they'll get done. Because we do have the fuel stove set up, so that's one good thing. Now, let's see if we can get the coolers in as well. I think we needed, what, we had 3 coolers last time? We definitely don't have the components for it, but... Wait, where is it? What am I looking for? It's under temperature. One of these days, I'll get this right. So if we do still do the same design, I guess we can leave this as the cooling wall. So we can place 1 cooler there, and I think we have enough components. We have 1 component. That's not enough. We need 2 components, right? 3 components. Okay, so I will deconstruct probably another turret. Yeah. Oops. Hold fire, deconstruct. So someone go around to that, and then we'll have another cooler. It's not going to be enough to cool this area, but it may be enough to keep it refrigerated. That's my hope, at least. Refrigeration. What are people doing? Oh. And Bertha, you're gone berserk, of course. But at least the beauty should be improving slowly. Yeah, it's still an absolute mess in places, which doesn't help. Oh, keep running. What are we going to do with you people? Not much, I think. I wonder. Bertha... I mean, the funny thing is Bertha can't do violent, yet she's hitting Y at the moment. I would call that a little bit of a bug. Yep. 8 war food, Decker died. Oh, we need to unmark a few more things. Wow, you really hated Y, didn't you? So, Fu, are you hurt currently? You have minor malnutrition. It's not good. But you can rescue Y, I think. You're capable of that. Unless what just happened. That's Jaber. And Jaber is where? Okay, you're getting beaten down by the non-violent person. Oh. Excellent. Exactly what we want. Ha. One of these days, Bertha, and you have your back turned, I'll send you out on your own, and you'll be shot to death. And you'll have no one else to blame but yourself. And me. That's another person you've knocked down. How badly are you hurt? I'm hoping it's just cracks and bruises. Just bruises, It's not really an issue. But we need the food. We don't have enough food. These potato plants are only halfway there. Still not close enough. Tashi, what's happening? Let's see if we can put the hunting back up to a 1. As much as the cleaning would be nice, but hunting has to be done. So, get out. Can you run? Nope, you can't. That was a bad idea. Wow, Bertha. You're beating down everyone. Stop, please. Okay, Tashi, how about this? Recruit and beat down Bertha. If Bertha dies, well, it's a bit late because she's already caused a lot of damage to our colonists. It'd be nice if these colonists can, like, call themselves to bed, sort of hop in and actually treat themselves. They've only got bruises. I mean, hell, it could be some pretty nasty bruises, but I'm very sure you should be able to handle it. So undraft. And Bertha is still alive? Yep, okay. Tashi, try and rescue Bertha, despite that sounding like a bad idea. Yeah, so you got bruises and cracks. Right. We're not doing very well. And there's still so much more we have to get done before we're in any state to withstand another attack. Cassandra didn't treat us very kindly. At least we've got the batteries, and this is actually not covered. You know how I talked about, hey, we need to put the battery in cover? Well, it's not covered. What am I doing? That's not cover. Need to deselect it, and it is... yeah, it's that side. Well, that's a shame. We need more wood. So someone needs to start chopping down things. We had a lot of fire, so... see if we can just select these trays. Hopefully these have enough wood that we can use them for, well, the doors. And so many people down for the count. This isn't looking good. Do these visitors? Nope, these visitors aren't even interested to trade. Well, that is also a shame. I just realised we don't need those cables there at the moment. Be a waste to build them. Now, I am tempted at the moment to even consider killing these megatheriums, but I'd rather keep them around. They are, well, I think they're a bit of an interesting animal to keep around the place. So every day that you have a pair of megatheriums. Pity that I haven't trained them quite yet. Okay, what's going on? So, why is sleeping? How are you doing with your health? Yep, so you've been patched up. You do have malnutrition, of course. And there is a rotting monkey. I could unforbid that and someone could start eating it. Doubt that'd do much for their health, unfortunately. Yep, we get some cleaning done in these rooms. It should help with the beauty, at least. I don't know how the... Okay, who's Berserk? Tashi, whereabouts are you? Oh. That is a real shame. Just do what we can and keep on with it. And animal starvation. Colonies, animals are starving. Well, the cabra should have been killed already. Whereabouts are people? Fu. Can you just... You're not a handler. So a handler has to do the slaughtering. Okay. So a handler is... Where's a handler? Whoops, I didn't see that. So Tashi, who's gone berserk. And the other person who can do handling is Y, who's out. So Fu, looks like you've been promoted to handling. Can you just please slaughter the animal before we lose all the meat on it? Out of curiosity, yeah, so the meat's disappeared here, so someone's been eating raw meat. Probably could consider getting a... Yeah, you're eating the cabra corpse just straight off the bat. Yeah, that's not exactly what we want, and please don't dump the body there. Haul it to the right place, please. Yep, thank you. And then can we get you to butcher? You know, you need materials. So why can't we butcher the cabra? Okay, I don't know. Well, you can just eat the raw corpse at the moment. Hopefully that gets rid of some of the malnutrition issues. Another thing, these animals also have access to the entire map. So their needs of food, they should be able to eat grass. Or eat our roses. Bit of a thorny meal. Huh. Oh, okay. We'll let you eat the roses. And we have some more. We've got some traders. Okay. Well, not really sure how useful it is right now. There's more things that I think would be better things to prioritize. Blah 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 blah. Tongue, could you please work with me? See if we can get this deconstructed and then have enough for a single cooler. Might also consider double walling things. Oh, that was only 2 components. That is enough for a single cooler. So work on the cooler and you should be able to grab the components. Nope, you're going to grab the slags. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to complain. And now you're going to grab the components. Bit of a funny order to do it in. But that gets the cooler up. It does mean that we'll need the power cable running halfway across the map again. But this time I might actually put that under some pavement or along the pavement. Don't know if it's actually under. We'll also get you to finish off the slate wall if possible. You're probably going to go on a bit of a berserk if I keep doing this any longer. Oh well. I'd rather have these done. Oh, wait a second. No, yeah, I thought for a second you're locked in, but you're not. That's fine. Fu, you need to get wood, which needs you to chop trees. So chop the tree first. Yeah, come on. Leaves me wondering, Anna, is that a grass seed? Huh, it's a grass seed. Kind of interesting having the way they've actually dealt with the grass seeds. I'm guessing that helps with some of the spawning of new grasses and burnt areas. Don't know if that is the same when it comes to trees. If trees do the same thing when it comes to spawning, or if it's some other rules or mechanisms. To be honest, I haven't looked very closely. Probably should, eventually. One of these days. Maybe when I get around to making a mod or something for this, for RimWorld. So I think I will. Haul some of the wood in. Yep. And then work on the door. Yeah, you're on edge. Don't know how much longer we can do this. And also work on this door. Excellent. Okay, we've got the doors that we need, and how about this? See if we can just get the last few things in. Get the corner blocks in, and then the other corner block. And then that's this area actually back up to scratch. It does need to be roofed still, which is a bit of a shame. All that out of the way as well. So Fu, wait a second. One last thing. All the slag chunk out. Oh, you're not a repairer. Actually, I'm going to change from manual priorities to automatic, and we're just going to flip... Actually, not the cook. And I think... Wait, where's repair? A repairer. Surprised you're not ticked there, Fu. Try it again. Fu, I want you to repair the vent, which is at 5%. Glad that this doesn't take any materials. There we go. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it for the night and see what we can do in the morning. Well, the trading caravan has just left. A bit unfortunate we didn't get to trade with it, but we don't... Oh, I was going to say, we don't have a lot of gold. We do have enough gold to do a bit of trading, so we could have done something, but... You know, I think it's better that we actually had the wall and wall done, and some of the people have managed to get a bit more sleep. Though we also did just get a daze right before I started, which is a bit of a shame. Now I'm wondering, I think it's also time that we build another sarcophagi. Let's see, it's 52 marble blocks. I've got a feeling these marble sarcophagi, or sarcophaguses, one of the two, costs more than that. Yeah, it does. Because I wanted to build another marble one and put it in the same place. Oh well, I guess I'll leave it for the time being. And let people work out their priorities. So what are you doing? Jabir, you're wandering. Y and Bertha, you're not too injured, are you? You are. You do suffer from malnutrition, yeah. It's always going to be a thing. These potatoes are getting closer though. A lot closer than these corn plants. Let's say it's 59% grow and it's not close enough yet. And would these megatheriums stop eating our roses? No, shoo! Go away. Bad megatherium. Oop, who just went berserk? Tashi. Because your son died? Yeah, I know. You're hitting your lover. Well, that's really not going to help. Yep. Fu, can you just keep on running? Get out of there? Yeah, thank you. Huh. Things are still not looking good for this colony. We really need to we really need to snap people out of these bad moods. There's only so much we can do as well, and you're gonna go back to sleep. Is that a fair reason? You got enough sleep. Come on, recruit. Get out of bed. Come on, out of bed? No? Okay, never mind. Not interested in getting out of bed. I can understand with all the mess. It's a lot more work to get done before we're anywhere near safe. Jabir, you're still wandering. Who can we actually grab? So is Y still out for the count? Yeah, that is a bit of a shame. And Fu is sleeping well. Bad luck, Fu. Work on the sandstone wall. We'll see if we can get this enclosed off. What are you doing? You are gonna haul the sandstone blocks. Well, it would have been smarter if you grabbed the sandstone blocks before going over here, then shifting the steel out the way. You know, just a personal opinion. Also, work in the door. And that leaves that area closed off, and we have a berserk. Fu! Right. Well, I don't know who else we can grab to get work done now. You're not a constructor, and we have beavers. Please, like... that fire was pretty disastrous as it was. And we still haven't quite recovered. If we get a raid, I don't know if we can pull through. I'm pretty sure we can, but it's not really the point. Yep, and Fu's down for the count. No thanks to Jabir. Yep, everyone's getting bruises and are pretty injured, unfortunately. Let's unforbid some of these items, hopefully that they get around to hauling these back in. Yeah, I'm really not too sure what to do. Don't think we can harvest any of these. I'll just see if we can use the harvest thing. Looks like we can harvest some of them. It doesn't look like we could really grab anyone to do it. You're not a plant cutter. Why aren't you a plant cutter? Because you're just not flagged. Right. Well, try again, Bertha. I know you're, by the looks of things, injured. Malnutrition, moderate, yeah. But see, cutting up potato plants and getting a few potatoes around will definitely help. You're going to eat them raw, I'm going to assume. Yep. There we go. First potato, you ate it raw. Try again. You're gonna eat that potato raw. Also not that great for you. Wouldn't recommend it. And you failed on that. Keep trying. Keep trying. Okay, that's 4 potatoes spare and Bertha isn't eating it. Just out of curiosity, what is your needs like? It only got you over the second bar. It's not that high, unfortunately, and that was 4 potatoes and you ate all of them. So 4 potatoes was nearly enough to get you above the... was that the standard food level? I actually don't know what the 2 marks are actually called. We'll just say that you're not hungry anymore, you're not starving. Don't think it does anything with your nutrition level though. Don't think potatoes are very nutritious, are they? I lie, they are very nutritious. And they go on, it's a strong, harvest quickly. There has to be something bad with them. I'm not going to do the comparing and working out the numbers right now. Wait, but would the Megatherium stop eating our plants? No. Bad Megatherium. Gonna flip this back to menu priorities. Just because I think there are certain things that could be done, like 1, growing, and plant cutting. Oops, I did just miss one then. Let's try that again. Plant cutting. Bertha, can you please rescue Foo now? I think Foo's been in enough misery as it is. Least we can do is get her into bed. There we go. Bertha, you are lying there. Is that really true that we don't have any other beds for you? And that is an unowned bed. So I really do wish that you could see who has a bed and who doesn't have a bed. I'm assuming there is probably a mod for it already. So who was it? Bertha. Let's assign you that bed, and Bertha, whereabouts are you? Recruit, unrecruit, and you're going to visit a grave. Well, that's fair enough. At least you have a bedroom to sleep in now. A bit of a messy bedroom. Not a great bedroom. Has this been marked? This turkey has not been marked. Let's hunt this turkey. And these emus, mark them to be hunted, and oops, that's already been marked. Severe illness. Y is now unconscious. Malnutrition extreme. Well, can someone just rest until healed, occupied, cannot feed, no food. Try again. Let's order someone to harvest some plants. Ooh, that's a few more than I expected that we could harvest. Oops. Now Foo is incapacitated. Right, Tashi, can you get around? You need to cut some plants, not eat them, and see if we can at least feed Y. So we can just hold off just the time being. So, nope, cut some more plants. Cut it again. Keep cutting. How many potatoes have we got? We got a few now. Okay, cut some more. Now can you treat Y? You can. Grab those potatoes and start shoving a mouth full of potatoes. All those lovely, yucky raw potatoes. Blah. Well, I'm hoping that will help with the malnutrition. That should start to go down. I don't know. May take a while. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, so her food bar is now high enough. So it should start going down 87, 80. There we go. That's all it was. Stop eating our crops. I will hunt you, and you'll regret it. And for a second I thought that was a raid. It's not, it's just chiropods, which are not too far away. It is gold. That's not very useful to us right now. We need people who aren't ready to snap. I think that's the bigger thing at the moment. Mad animal, whereabouts is it? It is a sleeping alpaca. Well, let's ignore it. Because sleeping alpacas don't mean a thing. Well, I think one last thing is we can run the power cable up. So if we assume there is one power cable to run it across over to here, a second power cable, let's see, so we would want one power cable coming off the battery. I guess, no, that would be a bad idea. Things are paused, yeah, cool. So we want one power cable to run up here and over across. So what's that, so one space plus one space, so we put one here. then I could say this power cable here would run up and into the base. Does look like I'll have to replace that wall if I want to do it in there, but oh, it's a shame that you can't put things through stone. Okay, we'll just bring it across and around. Oh, actually, what am I saying? So all we need is that core. So we do, I think, have the yeah, we have that. We've got enough steel for it. So we have enough steel to run that cable. I'm wondering what we can do next. Double checking the battery is undercover. We'll need to get more batteries sometime soon, but that means components, which, like I said, I haven't spotted too many other components on the map. And it's more just cleaning and hoping people can snap out of these bad moods that they're in. Actually, there's something. We are actually missing our piece of joy. A horseshoe pin, which we don't want to make out of steel, preferably. We want to make it out of wood. Goods. Wood is cheap, and we'll do it somewhere that looks nice, which is actually here. You know, when the roses are actually up in the daylilies. Daylilies? Yeah, they are daylilies. Well, I think that is a good, well, good amount to get done this episode, because roughly we've hit the, well, I lie, we've hit definitely past the 30-minute mark now. So, like I said, this should hopefully be undercover when someone starts to do the roofing. Same with this area as well, and the power cable has been... Wait a second. I never did the power cable before. Wait a second. I'm just going to quickly do this before we end the episode. And oops, doesn't come off of there. It goes down here and across. There we go. A little tight quarters. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, the comments are always there, and I do appreciate some of the suggestions as well. I do appreciate all the suggestions, and as I've said in the past, and we'll say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.